Welcome to the Parenting Roundabout podcast. I'm Terry Morrow.
And I'm Catherine Haleko.
As parents and parenting writers, we can't help but see everything through a parenting lens. But as our kids have become adults, we find ourselves more interested in getting caught up on movies and streaming than on going over the same parenting topics over and over.
So since we're pretty sure we can find parenting wisdom anywhere, we're going to talk about what we're watching, what we thought about it, and maybe what we can learn from it, if only what not to do. Watch and listen along, and let's all make like we're doing something important for our families. Each Wednesday, we bring you our thoughts on a newer entertainment property, and for this week of September 16th, we're discussing Season 4, Episode 4 of Only Murders in the Building. It was called The Stunt Man, and You may have feared that we were going back to Hollywood, but we were not really, except at the very end.
But the whole thing was still Hollywood!
Yes, because it was
movies,
about the
TV
stunt
shows,
people.
creative people, stuntmen.
Yes.
Hey, it's Paul Rudd.
It's Paul
having
Rudd.
more screen time than he had the entire season last year. Oh my goodness. Did they owe him a favor? Yeah, okay, we killed you off twice, but you can come back the following season and have a whole showcase to yourself.
That's
you
right.
can do an accent. You can wear facial hair. You can do all sorts of weird stuff.
Black out one of your teeth.
Do whatever you want, man. You just go wild. Ugh. I mean, it was nice to see him for 5 minutes, and then it's like, oh, this is just going to be
too much.
A free-for-all of Paul Rudd.
Yes. He was playing his character Ben Glenroy's stunt double, because this episode, as we said, is called The Stunt Man. So they were kind of following the thread of Saz in the stunt person community.
Yes.
Went to the stunt people bar, visited the stunt person chiropractor. And I will, just as a brief aside, I did end up watching The Fall Guy recently.
Did you? Speaking of stunt people, was it good?
Speaking of stunt people, it was fun. It was, just very, very slight and frothy, which you would expect from what you know about it.
Yes.
But it was quite entertaining, and I enjoyed Emily Blunt in it, as well as Ryan Gosling, just, again, similar to his portrayal of Ken.
Yes.
Was just, no vanity, just constantly being beat up and dropped from high places and punched and all kinds of so yeah, it was him as a stuntman, and there was quite a bit of the actor playing him or the actor he doubled for
processy stuff.
Yes, there was, the whole plot was involving the two of them. And
Hannah Waddingham also, right?
Hannah Waddingham is in it, and she's very fun too. She plays a producer.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was very entertaining, I would say.
I wonder if it's the sort of thing that's more fun to watch on streaming than to go to a theater for. Mm-hmm. Although it sounds like it would be maybe fun to watch it with other people who are into it.
Yeah.
Because it didn't do at the box office what they thought it was going to do.
Right.
And there's
but
some
nothing
hope
does
that it will.
Right now, right?
Yeah. Hope that it will recover in streaming, which I think might well happen. I would like to see it. I'll have to look.
It's on Peacock, so.
Yeah. I wish them both well. All three of them well, actually. Successful movie. And give me something to watch other than just rewatching all the Ken stuff over and over again. The Oscars and Saturday Night Live. And one scene from Crazy Stupid Love that keeps coming up that I see over and over and over again with him. I've never seen the movie. Don't even know if I want to see the movie, but that scene is I could just watch it endlessly.
Right.
Anyway,
back to the stunt people of Only Murders in the Building.
We have to. I mean, the stunt person bar was fun. A lot of the stunt person processing stuff was fun.
Yes.
And Paul Rudd was fun for the first little bit.
Yeah.
But then, okay, man. Okay.
And also the
accent finding was... movies, buddy. What's going on in your career, my friend? Did you have this?
The accent was inconsistently applied as well.
Yes. Yes. But you know what? They just let him run.
Right. So we did get a little more backstory on the Westies.
Yes.
Parenting wise, we had the surly teen complaining about how come she can't have her own apartment.
Yes.
Which was fun.
I mean, especially if what she wants is the apartment that's like right next to her parents'
next
apartment.
door to her parents.
That seems like a good deal, man. You might want to consider that, Dad.
Yes.
It's working for my family.
Right.
It's not exactly a separate apartment that we have, but it's downstairs.
Right.
Better than her trying to find an apartment someplace else in New York and not, I mean, as Mabel illustrates, not really possible.
Right.
But
not for the sum that they are.
Somehow I think there's going to be more to it than this, but maybe not.
Right. I have a friend, somebody I used to work with years and years ago, who has a rent-controlled apartment that is on Madison Avenue in the 60s, you know, like prime.
Yeah.
And enormous that, he's paying something like $100, a ridiculous sum. Like it's a true New York rent control thing. Yeah.
Is there something like some story somewhere of like real estate developers killing off these people who are living in these rent control apartments?
Yeah.
Now that is Only Murders in the Building I would like to see. Let's get some New York flavor in there.
Let's hope that's not what happens to my friend.
No,
but I could see that being
or like
playing
relatives who want to live in New York want to shove them out.
Yeah, I could see that playing a part here.
There's a movie that's just coming out called His Three Daughters with Natasha Lyonne and Carrie Coon and Elizabeth Olsen. And I was just reading I've seen various clips of it, and I was just reading a synopsis of it the other day, and there is a plot line that hinges on rent control, a rent-controlled apartment, and who should receive it when its current occupant passes.
Yep.
So it's a thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Seems like more interesting than some of the stuff they're serving us up this season, but I'm crabby. Apparently I'm crabby. And boy, did they double, triple, quadruple down on the old guys with technology. Always hilarious.
My goodness.
Oh, Oliver
just yelling yelling at the iPad. Turn it down.
He doesn't know how to turn down the brightness on his iPad, but he knows how to set up a Finsta, or he knows to set up a Finsta account.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think he would know how to set up an Instagram account at all. Mabel would need to do that for him. So it's like selectively, I don't know. It's just possibly because I am now an old person. Knock it off. I am the technology person in my family, I'll have you know.
Even Howard is like, Mabel, you need to teach me podcasting.
Oh, buddy, Google it. There are endless tutorials.
Right.
Go get yourself some Audacity, and then you can, for free, edit it yourself. It's great. It's super easy. I'm sure everybody wants to hear you talk to a pig.
Right. Yes.
So
what else?
I noticed that actor who plays Howard, Michael Cyril Creighton, is that his name? Is like in the opening credits now after them. Just like he's like the only other regular.
He's like the fourth member of the trio.
I don't think he had that billing in the past.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think
maybe
you're right.
Because he's like the only person who's been in all four of them, other than the leads. I don't know how he got that, but it's like they are committed to giving him one weird scene a week.
Right.
This week you're going to be in bed with a pig and talking about doing a podcast with animals.
Right.
Actually, he also got to audition to play himself.
To play himself.
And so he got.
And it was weird because they were like, "You're not." Like they were very dismissive of him, but they also were like, "You're amazing, and you're going to be in it." Didn't they say something like that? I was very confused.
Because Hollywood people, they're so weird.
I guess
Who knows what they're on about? These crazy screenwriters. These nutty producers.
The directors called the brothers.
Yes.
Who are sisters. Wah, wah.
Yeah. So, I however believable the rent control thing is and the subletting and all that, obviously the stuff about the lady on the ham radio has not been convincingly explained.
Right.
But I did enjoy them saying that she's the wrong kind of weirdo. Like, we're all weirdos, but she's the wrong kind of weirdo. Because I feel like, from a parenting point of view, that your kid gets that sometimes, Your kid's a little different, and everybody else wants to be a little different, but not that kind of a little different.
Right.
I think my kids have both at one time or another been the wrong kind of weirdo. And, we like to encourage them to be your own kind of weirdo.
That's right.
Yeah, but it's rough when even the other weirdos won't give you the time.
Yeah,
of day.
For sure.
When they...
Although it's a little hard to buy Kumail Nanjiani as a weirdo, because the only thing that makes him weird is the Christmas thing. He's like attractive, super built influencer. Why is he hanging around with these people?
How much money do you make being an influencer?
Well, yes, you need the $200 a
Christmas
month apartment.
bodybuilder. I think you need the $200 apartment and the free ham and somebody to play card games with. I guess I don't know.
Those hams, I believe, are extremely expensive.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if Dudenoff is making any money on this deal. If he's sending them one of those giant hams once a month, I don't know.
Well, if he's sending
I don't understand
the giant hams, what is the purpose of having a pig there? I thought the pig was a future ham, but
it's gonna take years for that pig to be the right size. Pretty sure.
Just so much stuff thrown up against the bulletin board without any particular apparent plan.
Right.
But a lot of Hollywood process. Not so much mystery, but a lot of Hollywood process.
Yes, indeed.
And then Charles is led through his dreams to remember that Saz wanted to set up this trampoline park.
Right.
In New Jersey. I noticed on the sign. And so there they turn up there, and who should they find in the dark room with creaking noises of people in it they just walk into?
Yeah.
You guys, you've been doing this for 4 seasons now. Have you learned nothing?
Clearly not.
I guess they've learned that they
someone did
no matter
say
what because they have contracts. So
yeah. Well, Mabel was going in there first, and someone's like, "Be careful." Like, it's probably not going to cut it, but
yeah. Okay. And hey, I think Oliver says, "Thank God, someone from show business." When it turns out to be Molly Shannon, but she doesn't look like.
She did not look happy to see them.
She did not. Molly Shannon doing the acting. Look at her. She's acting.
But was she acting before, or is she acting now?
I don't know.
Question.
Is she curing hams back there or something? Or making Christmas decorations?
Could be.
Doing target practice? All sorts of possibilities. But I guess I would think that it's going to turn out to be something silly.
We'll see. She looked pretty menacing there.
She did.
End.
So did the people in the apartment. But they're now just illegal subletters. That's all.
Right. Just weirdos.
No biggie.
That kind of weirdo.
Yep, the right kind of weirdo. I may be the wrong kind of weirdo for this show. This season. I am just... This happens sometimes with shows, and it's been creeping up on this one. And I mean, honestly, they had Sting as a suspect in the first season, so not necessarily creeping, but... Just everybody wants to be in it. Everybody wants to be a part of it. You can get higher and higher profile people. You can get bleeping Meryl Streep and keep her like off screen for episodes and episodes. And then you have to like make a product that can accommodate these things, which is maybe not as good as the product you would have produced if you had just been concentrating on, hey, let's do a mystery.
Right.
So, again, I say I'm going to have to go back and watch season 1 again and see if it's as twisty and interesting as I remember it being when it was still a thing that had, 3 very well-known stars in it. So not exactly a gritty cable, nothing, but still.
But in that first season... Am I
being overcritical, or do you feel like it's just a little much?
Well, I think... what you're saying about the first season makes a lot of sense. I mean, remember, we didn't know anything about Mabel in that season either. Right. So that was a whole big piece of it that has, all happily ended.
There was a lot of stuff going on. And a lot of there was a whole thing with the Nathan Lane and his deaf son, and that there was, didn't know what the deal was with him. And seems less glossy and more interesting, but this is fun. I'm not made of stone. It's fun, but a little fun goes a long way, maybe. Guys, could we? Well, it is what it is, and I'm still watching it. So
yes, but we're still watching it. So next week,
when Oliver kept yelling, or everybody was yelling, "Turn your brightness down! Turn your brightness down!" I was thinking, it's the motto for this season.
Yeah. So next week we'll discuss the next episode of Only Murders in the Building, season 4. It is called Adaptation, continuing this movie title theme.
Yes. And I have a feeling we are going back to Hollywood. I just have this feeling.
Yeah, it's got to happen sooner or later.
Yes, it does. And so do we think that Meryl Streep is going to figure out who Ronnie is? That whole thing.
The Finsta, yeah.
That was just so Martin Short could have some, Midwestern mom shtick.
Mm-hmm. Which he did a good job with the accent.
It's like, I mean, we've seen her online. Yes, we get it. Ha ha. Mm-hmm. But... maybe it will have some significance eventually. But Loretta is going to be ticked if she... maybe she knows. I don't know. Maybe she figured it out.
But yeah, it could be.
We'll see.
We'll see. So that's next Wednesday. We will see you back here tomorrow for our weekly Roundup, which will include a chat about the premiere of Dancing with the Stars.
Thank you for listening. You can find all our episodes on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can find recaps, links, and an opportunity to comment on our website at parentingroundabout.com.
You can also talk to us on our Facebook page, on Instagram, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat. And please visit our Amazon shop at amazon.com/shop/mamatude, where you can find links to a lot of the things we've talked about over the years.